Have you ever felt that your legs still have strength, but your steps are no longer steady? There are moments when you clearly know you want to move forward, but your legs just do not follow. Minor stumbles that once seemed harmless now leave you struggling to regain your balance. Many people believe this is simply a result of aging, but what most do not realize is that the true cause may come from deep within, from nerves that are weakening due to a lack of essential nutrients that the body can no longer absorb as efficiently as before. According to a report from Harvard Health Publishing, a deficiency in vitamins that support nerve function and muscular reflexes is a hidden cause that puts millions of older adults at risk of losing balance, having poor posture control, and experiencing frequent falls, especially at night or during sudden changes in position. But the good news is that there is a simple and effective way to intervene by supplementing the right key nutrients. In the next section, we will explore 3 essential nutrients that help improve reflexes, enhance coordination, and protect your legs from hidden dangers. 1. Vitamin B12. If you have ever felt that your legs do not respond as quickly as they used to, or sometimes experience tingling, prickling, or a needle-like sensation in your calves or the soles of your feet, there is a high chance your body is lacking vitamin B12. This is a vitamin often overlooked, but plays an extremely important role in maintaining nerve function and muscle coordination, especially in older adults. Vitamin B12 acts like a messenger for your nervous system. It helps transmit signals from the brain to the muscles throughout your body accurately and in a timely manner. When you want to take a step, your brain sends a signal through your spinal cord and nerves to the muscles in your legs to start that movement. If you are deficient in vitamin B12, these signals may become delayed, distorted, or even fail to reach their destination. As a result, you may feel sluggish, have poor reflexes, trip easily, or feel that your legs are not moving as smoothly as before. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism showed that older adults with a vitamin B12 deficiency tend to have leg muscle weakness, poor balance, and significantly reduced reflexes. In particular, they are more prone to complications such as numbness in the hands and feet, prolonged muscle fatigue, and slight tremors when standing for extended periods. This not only affects daily life but also increases the risk of falling, one of the leading causes of hospitalization and loss of independence in older adults. One reason why older adults are more prone to vitamin B12 deficiency is due to a decline in stomach acid. To absorb B12 from food, the body needs enough stomach acid and a special protein called intrinsic factor. However, as we age, the stomach produces less acid, and many people also take antacid medications long-term, which reduces the body's ability to separate B12 from food and leads to poor absorption. In addition, the diets of many older adults often lack B12-rich foods such as liver, red meat, eggs, seafood, or whole milk. Vitamin B12 is primarily found in animal-based foods. A cooked slice of beef liver weighing about 85 grams can provide up to 70 micrograms of B12, more than 10 times the daily requirement for an adult. Foods such as salmon, mackerel, chicken, eggs, and cheese also contain significant amounts of B12. If you are a strict vegetarian or have difficulty digesting meat, you may consider options such as fortified soy milk, breakfast cereals, or bread enriched with B12. However, for older adults, even with an adequate intake of B12-rich foods, the body may still not absorb it well. In such cases, doctors often recommend taking vitamin B12 in the form of supplements or injections, depending on the severity of the deficiency and the individual's ability to absorb nutrients. Methylcobalamin is one of the most bioavailable forms of B12, especially for those with digestive issues. The recommended daily intake for adults is about 2.4 micrograms. However, for older adults or those at risk of deficiency, the supplement dosage can be higher, usually ranging from 500 to 1,000 micrograms per day, or even more if taken sublingually or by injection under medical guidance. The good news is that vitamin B12 is water-soluble, so any excess is excreted through urine, with little risk of building up in the body. One little-known benefit of proper vitamin B12 supplementation is a noticeable improvement in mental clarity. A deficiency in B12 not only causes muscle weakness, but also leads to prolonged fatigue, forgetfulness, poor concentration, and even mild depression. By restoring healthy levels of B12 in the blood, many people report that not only do their legs feel stronger, but their minds also feel sharper, more refreshed, and they sleep more soundly after just a few weeks of proper supplementation. If you often feel heaviness in your legs, have difficulty maintaining balance when turning around, or experience unexplained soreness in your calves and thighs, consider getting your B12 levels checked. This is a simple test, but can help detect a hidden deficiency that may be silently affecting your mobility every day. Proper B12 supplementation does not only restore nerve function and reflexes, it also serves as an effective preventive measure against falls. Strong legs are not only built from muscles, but also rely on a healthy nervous system that can coordinate each movement precisely. And that is exactly where vitamin B12 plays its most important role. Have you ever tried taking B12 supplements? Did you feel any changes after a few weeks? Feel free to leave a comment below and share your journey toward better health, because your experience may help someone else realize the true value of this small but powerful nutrient. 2. Vitamin K. There is something that often goes unnoticed. The health of your legs does not only depend on strong bones or firm muscles, but also relies on the flexibility of your joints and the proper circulation of calcium in your body. And this is where vitamin K plays its most important role. Though often underestimated, vitamin K is in fact an essential link that helps guide calcium to the right places in the body. It ensures that calcium is deposited into your bones while preventing it from building up in soft tissues, such as joints, ligaments, or blood vessels. Vitamin K does not give you an immediate boost of energy like a pain reliever, but over time, it works quietly behind the scenes as a kind of navigator, making sure calcium goes exactly where it needs to be, inside your bone structure, rather than being misplaced in areas that may cause harm. When the body lacks vitamin K, calcium may be misdirected, leading to stiff joints, knee pain, calcified ligaments, or in more serious cases, arterial plaque buildup. These are all problems that slowly reduce the flexibility and natural movement of the legs. A study from the Tufts University School of Medicine in the United States showed that older adults with sufficient levels of vitamin K not only had higher bone density, but also showed fewer signs of joint degeneration. They moved more freely and reported less pain after standing for long periods or walking long distances. Interestingly, vitamin K also activates a specific protein called osteocalcin, which helps bind calcium into the bone matrix, making bones stronger and more resilient from within. Vitamin K not only supports your bones, it also helps protect your joints, especially in areas like the knees and ankles. These joints bear the most pressure when you walk, sit down, stand up, or turn around. For older adults, the cartilage surrounding these joints often wears down over time. Without enough vitamin K, this wear and tear happens more quickly, reducing flexibility and causing persistent joint pain, especially in the mornings or after movement. Vitamin K is also closely related to movement reflexes. When calcium is not well regulated, muscle cells receive distorted signals, resulting in unexpected cramps, awkward coordination, or a tingling sensation after sitting for too long. Ensuring adequate vitamin K intake helps maintain harmony between your muscles, bones, and nerves. This allows for more graceful movement, especially during moments that require quick reaction, such as stepping over a curb, turning quickly, or keeping your balance when slightly pushed. Vitamin K exists in two main forms, K1 and K2. K1 is commonly found in green leafy vegetables like spinach, kale, cabbage, and broccoli. K2 is found in fermented foods such as natto, fermented soybeans, aged cheese, egg yolks, and animal liver. K1 primarily supports blood clotting and vascular health, while K2 is more effective at directing calcium into bones. In many studies, vitamin K2 has been shown to remain active longer in the body and to have a stronger effect on improving bone density in older adults. So, how can you supplement vitamin K properly? If you eat leafy greens regularly, such as a bowl of boiled vegetables, some greens in your soup, or a salad with olive oil, you are likely getting enough K1. However, K2 is often lacking in people who do not eat fermented foods or avoid organ meats. For older adults, combining both forms is recommended to fully support bone and joint health. The recommended daily intake of vitamin K for adults is about 90 to 120 micrograms, depending on gender and health status. However, for those at risk of osteoporosis or who are taking blood thinners like warfarin, vitamin K supplementation should be done under close medical supervision to avoid interactions that may reduce the medication's effectiveness. Many people have shared that after about 1 to 2 months of increasing their intake of vitamin K-rich foods, they began to feel less pain in their joints, experienced smoother knee movements, and no longer felt nervous when standing up from a chair. Although vitamin K does not create a sudden improvement, it steadily builds the foundation of bone strength and joint stability, benefits that become more noticeable after a few weeks of consistent and proper intake. One special benefit of vitamin K is its ability to support blood circulation in the lower limbs. When blood vessels are healthy and unobstructed, the muscles and bones in your legs receive enough oxygen and nutrients to recover after physical activity. This is especially important for older adults, particularly those with peripheral vascular disease, diabetes, or signs of poor circulation in the legs. If you have ever noticed a grinding sound in your knees when standing up, stiffness in your hips in the morning, or cold and tingling sensations in your legs after sitting for long periods, it may be a silent sign that your body is lacking vitamin K in your daily meals. Adding more green vegetables to each meal, eating fermented foods such as pickled vegetables or fermented soybeans, or using supplements that contain K2 are simple but effective ways to strengthen your movement foundation for the long term. 3. Potassium. If there is one mineral that helps your muscles contract and relax at the right time, keeps your heart beating steadily, and maintains flexibility in your limbs, that mineral is potassium. You may have heard the name before when doctors mention electrolytes or seen it on the labels of sports drinks. But did you know that potassium is actually one of the most essential elements that protects you from sudden nighttime cramps or that shaky feeling in your calves after standing for a long time? Potassium is not just a simple mineral, it is an electrolyte, which means it carries an electrical charge and has the ability to transmit nerve signals to muscle fibers. Thanks to potassium, your body can coordinate proper muscle contractions followed by smooth relaxation. When your blood potassium levels drop, electrical signals in the body are disrupted. As a result, you may experience muscle cramps, sudden spasms, irregular heartbeat, or even feel weak throughout the day, even if you have not done anything physically demanding. According to a study from the National Institutes of Health, potassium deficiency, also known as hypokalemia, is one of the leading causes of impaired mobility in older adults. Many patients are hospitalized due to falls or irregular heartbeat after taking diuretics without appropriate potassium supplementation. More concerning is the fact that potassium deficiency often presents with very subtle symptoms. You may just feel a slight tremor, tingling in your calves, or fatigue after a short walk. But if left unaddressed, the consequences can become serious. One of the most important roles of potassium is to support nerve transmission to the muscles. When you want to walk, your nervous system sends signals to your muscle cells. These cells need a sufficient amount of potassium inside them in order to respond quickly and accurately. If potassium levels are too low, the signal becomes weak or disrupted, leading to slow responses, uncoordinated movements, or the feeling that your legs are not obeying your commands. This is why people with potassium deficiency often trip even when walking on a flat surface. Potassium also plays a vital role in maintaining a stable heart rhythm and regulating blood pressure. Low potassium levels can cause irregular heartbeat, dizziness, fatigue, and a loss of balance when getting up or walking. For older adults, this becomes particularly dangerous as it increases the risk of falling when changing positions suddenly, such as standing up after sitting for a long time or stepping down the stairs. In addition, potassium helps reduce calcium loss through urine, which indirectly protects your bones. When you consume too many acidic foods such as red meat or processed products, the body must use calcium from the bones to balance internal pH. However, if your diet includes plenty of potassium-rich foods such as vegetables and fruits, potassium will help neutralize the acid without depleting calcium from your bones. This is a natural way to slow down bone loss that very few people are aware of. So which foods are rich in potassium? Fortunately, potassium is found in many everyday ingredients that are easy to find and prepare. One medium banana contains about 420 milligrams of potassium. A baked sweet potato provides up to 540 milligrams. Beans such as black beans, lentils, and soybeans, as well as spinach, collard greens, tomatoes, watermelon, and coconut water are all excellent natural sources of potassium. Even a whole baked potato with skin can provide over 900 milligrams of potassium, which is more than a banana. The recommended daily intake of potassium for adults is about 3,400 milligrams for men and 2,600 milligrams for women. However, many older adults do not meet this amount due to low-sodium diets, limited intake of fruits and vegetables, or the use of medications like diuretics that cause the body to excrete potassium more quickly. In such cases, doctors may recommend potassium supplements, but this must be closely monitored, especially if the person has kidney problems, because too much potassium can lead to dangerous heart rhythm disturbances. One of the earliest signs of potassium deficiency is nighttime cramps or a twitching feeling in the calf while lying down or sleeping. Many people assume it is due to fatigue or dehydration, but if the symptoms occur frequently, it is worth considering the role of potassium. Some people also describe a feeling that their legs are weak, or that walking feels like dragging heavy weight in the thighs. All these signs indicate that your muscles are not receiving the proper nerve signals and energy needed to contract and relax normally. If you are looking for a simple way to improve muscle health and reduce the risk of falls, start by adding more green vegetables, fresh fruits, coconut water, or beans to your daily meals. You do not need to change everything at once. Just replacing your afternoon snack with a banana or a roasted sweet potato can help you add a few hundred milligrams of potassium to your diet, a small but powerful step towards stronger legs. Have you ever experienced leg cramps or muscle weakness? Have you tried using coconut water, bananas, or sweet potatoes to ease those symptoms? Share your experience because your story might help someone else find a natural and effective solution that works even better than medication. We have just explored 3 quiet yet essential nutrients that play a key role in preserving mobility and reflexes as we age: vitamin B12, vitamin K, and potassium. You may have never imagined that a small deficiency could have such a wide impact on your sense of balance, coordination when walking, or the steadiness of everyday movements. But that is the nature of the human body, delicate, interconnected, and requiring care even in the smallest details. Vitamin B12 keeps your nervous system properly connected to your muscles, helping every step remain steady and stable. Vitamin K acts as a silent guide, directing calcium to the right places and protecting joints, keeping your bones strong and your joints flexible. Potassium, meanwhile, functions like a healthy electrical current that keeps your whole body in rhythm, from your heartbeat to your leg movements. The best part is this: you do not need to make any drastic changes. You can start with just one balanced meal, a handful of leafy greens each day, a banana, or a boiled sweet potato in the afternoon. These simple choices, if maintained consistently, can help you avoid sudden pain, nighttime cramps, or even a dangerous fall. Remember, good health does not come from far-off promises. It comes from the small actions you take today. Listen to your body, give it what it needs, and stay consistent every day. Your legs will thank you with steps that feel more confident, stable, and free. If you found today's information helpful, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future updates. Are you currently taking any of the vitamins or nutrients mentioned today? Share your experience in the comments. I am always ready to listen to your health journey and walk alongside you one step at a time. Wishing you lasting health, peace of mind, and full control over your mobility. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video where every step begins with one smart choice.